Lots of people already have had the chance to try Jedi Survivor for quite a while. And the new impressions, the first impressions, people is already speaking about what is it that we can expect from this game. We did receive some gameplays earlier this past few days, months, weeks, so on and so forth, but it was never really that clear how much it was going to be changing the game, opposite to Jedi Fallen Order. So, let's dive right into it. Here are 8 things that I think that are the highlights of what people is discussing about everything about this game. The first thing, which I do not know yet, how do I feel about it? It's open world. And you know, this has been said time and time and time again. Not everything has to be an open world, dude. Although, I think that it's going to be a little bit different in here. I think that it's based on hub areas, but if I add my personal opinion in here, I do believe that I like a little bit more the previous kind of setting that the game had, where you have your main streamline pipeline for the levels, where you can be unlocking shortcuts, and all in all, a level design that is more similar, again, to Souls. I know that I am a Souls junkie, but what I like about that system is that they can build something beautiful, and that it feels that the level design was made for that specific purpose, instead of one huge sandbox with some landmarks that are just there, and usually they are very forgettable. Not going to say that it's going to be bad, it's just that I do not know, dude. We'll have to wait about this one. Next one. This is also quite interesting. People that has played this thing say that this is more story focused, which causes a little bit more noise into my head, because, dude, the previous game was already story focused. The levels were designed to be story focused based. I do not know how is this going to be working in open world, but yeah, they said that the interaction with characters, secondary characters, antagonists, and the main questline is a little bit more focused, more streamlined on this game. Which leads us to the next point. Your companions. You are going to be able to have companions during your entire exploration. People that has played this thing has said that you can get companions from the very early stages of the game, and they are going to help you with combat. But not only will they help you with combat, they will also help you with story and exploration. So, for example, let's say that you encounter a secondary companion out there. You go speak with them, and they will reveal interesting places to you in the world for you to discover secrets. So as soon as you get secondary companions, you should go speak with them, because they are going to tell you little interesting things that you will find in the world. So then again, the next portion, tombs and dungeons. And the previous Fallen Order, I think that they are taking very much the very same pipeline and driving it towards this kind of setting of an open world sandbox that they are building. So basically, there are going to be many things that you are going to be able to do to your character, to your progression, and whatnot, and that is going to be tied to world exploration. If you explore the world, you will find tombs, you will find sites where you can meditate, but the tombs and dungeons, they are going to follow this kind of thing that Zelda Breath of the Wild established, and then it was followed by Immortals Phoenix Rising. So basically, they are going to be different. Yeah, it's going to be fighting tombs, it's going to be puzzle solving tombs, it's going to be different kind of tombs, which leads us to the next portion of the video. Your rewards and these places are going to be powers and different assets to progress. So in these tombs, you will be able to do parkour. I do not know if I feel confident calling it parkour when it just basically feels like, all in all, regular platforming. But yeah, it's basically what you saw in Zelda. You fight waves of enemies, you do platforming, you fight some bosses, you solve some puzzles. The interesting thing, again, the upgrades for your character is going to be tied to these dungeons. And these dungeons are said to be different from one to another. Sometimes you will be required to use a new power that you just acquired, a new power of the force that you just acquired. And with all of these different dungeons that you complete, you will be able to upgrade your character and make your build for your character. I do not know if it's going to be a basic build for the game, but then again, the next section, the things that you are going to be able to upgrade by completing these tombs, it's going to be life, damage, and force. That's going to be the main thing. But you're also going to be able to have a skill tree. Again, this is nothing new. This is something that we already had in Jedi Fallen Order. So you can have skills like enhancing the force, enhancing the melee damage for your combat, make new combos, have new combos, focus on parry. The combat, it's again, we know from Jedi Fallen Order that it's kind of a Souls kind of combat, but a little bit more casual thing where you can just enjoy the combat in itself without having to rely that much on the challenge of the Souls titles. You are, of course, like aforementioned, you are going to be able to have your companions at all times with you that will complement the combat that you will have. But then again, the skill tree is going to be based on mainly the pipeline that we already have. And then finally, oh boy, everyone's favorite and what everyone wanted to see, customization. So it's going to be 3 types of customization in this game. And I'm also worried about something in here, but let's wait a little bit on that. The first customization thing that you are going to be able to have is going to be with your lightsaber. Your lightsaber, you are going to be able, again, to do very much the very same thing that we already did in Fallen Order, where you're going to have to customize the color, the hilt, and whatnot. So yeah, basically your lightsaber. You can customize your lightsaber, and then your droid. Your droid, it's also customizable. And thankfully enough, this is what makes me the happiest most, and this was a very welcome change. You can customize Cal Kestis in a huge array of different combinations that you will be able to place into Cal Kestis. So you are going to be able to change the outfit, the beard, the hair, and thank goodness that we have finally gotten rid of those hideous punches. Do not get me wrong, no, I'm being too harsh. Punches have had their thing going on for them. No, I never used them. I never really used punches. I do not know who the hell was the guy that thought that it was a nice idea to just place punches as customization. Thankfully enough, in here you are going to be able to customize your character, Cal Kestis, a little bit more. But like I said, there is something that actually does worries me. And this is tied up to customization. We know that this is an EA game. And yes, the previous Jedi Fallen Order, it was just there. It was the game. And that's it. There was no microtransactions, there was no silly DLCs that nobody needed, which is something that EA is known for. There is an in-game store in here that you will be able to use to purchase your stuff for customization. But the people that has played this game, developers that have said that this is in-game currency, that it's easy to acquire, that it's very simple to acquire. But then again, if it's placed on the store, the system is already there, dude. That's the thing that worries me a little bit more. You have to take all of this with a little bit grain of salt. EA seems to want to be changing as of lately, but I do not buy it yet, dude. I really don't. So this in-game store, it's already there. You have so many things. You have dungeons, you have an open world, you have exploration, you have different things that you already had to place those cosmetics. But no, you decide to design a in-game currency thing. Now, if all of this is just cosmetic, purely cosmetic, But I do not know, dude. It still feels wrong if they somehow manage to place microtransactions in there to lock the coolest looking outfits behind microtransactions in here. I'll be very disappointed and very sad. But there you go. Those are some little things that you need to know about Jedi Survivor. If you like the content and like the videos, super appreciate it. No, I'll tell you today, you're gorgeous and beautiful person. You are indeed a gorgeous and beautiful person. Have a beautiful day, and I'll be seeing you goddamn gorgeous and beautiful people in the next one. And goodbye.